Hello, this is the Right Side Trader. Today is May 22nd, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the S&P 500, that's SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's take a look at these charts and see what's going on here on the SPY, S&P 500. Resize that, maximize this, and all. And what we see here on this quarterly chart is green. We still haven't crossed an R1 on the SPY. And we didn't close above 750. I was kind of looking with that, playing around with that in my virtual account to see if that was going to actually happen. And it was like, I think it was like on the on the on the SPX, it was 7,500, and I was looking for the market to close there. But then you saw going a little bit crazy here with the options with some trade stuff. But on that strike at 7,500, it was like over 150 contracts. I say auto sales or autos buys. Of course, those are guys collecting money. Those guys were selling that thing, and they were going to make sure that that market did not close above 7,500. But that's that. All right, but that's again learning to see the market and what actually happens out there. A lot of time watching the option activity can give you a pretty good idea of what's going to happen, and that was one of the things that I was watching here today. All right, now on with the market review. All right, green, close near the top, near all-time highs, and I think we did make all-time highs this week, but that's where we're at right here on this quarterly chart, still below at R1 on these yearly pivots and all. Let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart. On our monthly chart, what we see here, we're still above the 9-10 moving average. So technically, we are still in a bull market. We are above and resistance 2 here on these quarterly pivots, and almost to a resistance 3, which would be really hot here on the SPY to see if that actually really happens here this quarter. And from what it looks like, it probably will. So let's just wait to see what's going to happen here. But that's where we're at here on the SPY. It's just really, 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 really hot this year, this month, really. And a lot of the old saying, like I had said earlier, is to forget all these old sayings and all about may go away and all of you getting out of the market and all. You need to make that money. You need to just follow what you see happening out here at this time. But let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, what we see here is green. And this thing is still hot. Again, we had got that doji on some of the other indexes. We had a red candle up there, so I was kind of like say, be careful, be careful, be careful. And anytime you see a doji near a top, you always kind of be careful, be careful, be careful. But in this hot market, whoa, it doesn't mean too much. It's just the market. It means that they're taking a rest. Again, this candle is not as big as some of one of the previous candles, but again, it's still hot. We did cross an R1 level here on these monthly pivots and all. It looks like we probably will close above an R1, and we might get close to an R2 again, just like what we did here, looking at this yellow little thing here in this bull market. And these were pretty wide pivots back here, and right now we got pretty wide pivots and all. But so getting to an R2, I kind of doubt it, because we only got like another week or so left in this month, so I don't think that would happen. But this is a hot thing, and anything can happen. And again, like I said, that magic number was this 750 number right here. It seemed like the market didn't want to close above that here this week. So again, next week we'll be looking at that and see if we're going to actually close above that come next week. But let's go ahead and go down to our daily chart, our daily noise, and wrap this on up. And this is something I want to stay right here for a sec. See what happened back. This red line, why I have it on here. This is option, the monthly option expiration. Even though we have daily expiration on some of these on this particular index, they have I think they have daily. I'm not sure. I don't trade this one as much. I don't. Yeah, I trade the Qs. I know the Qs have expiration every day and all, but here, and I know on the SPX they have expiration every day, which is a good thing. But this is one of the things that I was looking at. See how this thing after expiration, how it goes sideways, then it goes up, This one it went down a little bit, then it goes up. You always get that kind of hesitation after expiration before the market makes a move, and that's one of the things I wanted to check on a highlight here right quick. But now let's zoom on in a little bit, and we're going to take a quick look at this daily noise that we had here this week. One of the things is, again, we get this little push down and all, so it's just a little rest, a little I call it getting back into the market, even though the market is dropping. They have to sell in order to buy, some of the big guys, and that's what they do. They like getting in at a good price. And then the other thing that I put a video out. We saw this morning star, these three candles here, and all. On this day right here, before this candle had happened early in the morning, I put a video out, and I don't do that. I don't do that often. But when I see something like this, and all, I try to give you guys a little hint. Something's getting ready to happen, and this is what we end up getting. So crazy money, crazy for us small guys. Crazy money can be made. But this is when we, like Wally used to say, you sell everything that you can and get into that market when you start seeing stuff like that. Even though we got to a top, this is a resistance one level, but that's where you expect to go. You expect to at least get close to that top. You expect maybe come next week we may break that top, but again, it was that round number. 750 number seemed like the market didn't want to get above that, but again, we could have got in there. We would have been. I was in here, after I saw this, that's why I was playing today in the virtual account. The real stuff, I got out. I always get out, and I say I always get out early. But I want to see, will this market close above, was going to close above that 750, or like it ended up doing, closing below that 750. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really want to share. Again, get used to seeing the market, seeing what actually happens out here, and it can make it where your trading can become a little bit better. And for me, don't look to hit home runs. Just always look to get on at least first base. And sometimes you get a double. That's all I really want to say. This is a Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And welcome, Miles. Got a new little one here. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.